there, viewers. Well, it's finals day in the women's softball.
Yes, indeed, and what a fabulous setting here at Fernhurst Cricket Club. And first up was the semi-final between our Phoenix Flames and the favourites for the competition, Farncombe Ferns. Holiday absences include skipper Claire Peacock and young star Grumpy Jess Turnbull. However, it being the second year, Phoenix weren't expected to get this far. Regardless, a strong team was mustered. So what are the laws they follow?
So, women's softball, 16 overs in a game. Each bowler's allowed 4 overs. Team start on 200. Every wicket's -5 runs. Wides are 2, no extra ball except for last over, which becomes 1, and you have to re-bowl them. Teams with the most runs wins after 16 overs. There's nothing else more to explain, I think. So, we're in the first semi-final against Farncombe Ferns. If we win that, we go to the final. If we don't, we go to the 3rd/4th place playoff. After our semi-final, Blackheath will then play Grayshott, and then the 3rd and 4th place final will commence, and then the final, and then a nice little presentation.
So there was too many teams for the entire league, so they just split the groups in half. So
you guys were Group B, 2nd place, and these guys were Group A winners. So actually, to put on a game like this, you're doing well.
Yeah, we're really proud.
We are heading out there first. We're against Farncombe Ferns, so I can't film it because of Farncombe's filming policy.
Quite a marvellous crowd had rocked up for finals day, including former skipper Molly, please come back, who brought along Millie, new captain of the under ones, and is rumoured to be up all night working out ways of chewing the opposition to pieces. The ladies were superlative in the field, restricting Farncombe's first 3 pairs to 238 before their final pair put on a masterclass, taking Farncombe's total to 274. The Felix bowlers held their own and were incredibly consistent, with wickets for Chloe, Lucy and Leah.
So after the Farncombe innings, they scored 274. They're in this game. They are really in this game.
Batting pairings included Chloe and Lucy, Sarah and Hannah, Charlotte and Leah, but getting us off to a confident start, Helen Didcock and the powerhouse that is Lynn Dunford.
Lynn Dunford just hit the most ridiculous reverse sweep for 4, a boundary shot of the day so far. Absolutely amazing!
Amazing reverse sweep. How did it feel?
I'm not going to lie, it felt good. It really felt good. I play this, it's basically my only shot. I'm not going to lie, but it's like, I haven't really been playing it very well recently, and that one I absolutely middled, so I was like, I almost stopped and took a bow in the middle of the pitch. I was that proud.
Got a lot of respect from the bowler.
I did. Do you know what? She was lovely, really lovely. And I mean, you hear obviously lots of different things about different teams, and I have to say these guys have actually been really, really nice. It's been a pleasure to play so far, this match.
So they put on 274, you guys put on 217, and we're now at 222 after 2 batting pairs, 2 more to go. What do we think?
It's going to be tight. I'd love to say we'll do it, but they are an incredibly good bowling side, and they keep it very, very tight. So I think when all's said and done, they're probably going to scrape it, unfortunately. But, you know, at the end of the day, just to be here, we are so, so proud.
Unfortunately, Lynn's prediction was correct. Farncombe, in the end, prevailing over our dear Phoenix Flames. Such a shame. Billy was not happy about it. But I should say that the scorecard flatters the way Farncombe won over the Phoenix. After the 3rd pairing of Sarah and Hannah, the Phoenix were ahead of where Farncombe were, having scored 244, and Charlotte and Leah went for it. They had to, and actually, without the wickets that fell, reached the Farncombe total. However, as mentioned, 5 wickets fell, 3 of those being run-outs, leaving the Phoenix on 249. Well bowled to the Ferns bowlers, as Lynn mentioned, keeping it incredibly tight, meaning the Phoenix had to work for every single run. So, as the ladies rightly congratulated each other, the second semi-final between Blackheath and Grayshott commenced, and we all retired to the exceptional Fernhurst bar to get some much-needed refreshments. Well, as was the case with the first semi-final, Group B winners Grayshott triumphed over Blackheath, which meant a 3rd place playoff between our Flames and Blackheath Stars. It was wonderful to meet up with friend of the channel Helen Mansell, usually captain of the Blackheath Stars. However, having sustained an injury earlier, sadly couldn't take the field. Thankfully, was exceptionally keen on us filming the match. Phoenix batted first, and as Lynn and Helen took to the field, I was joined on co-commentary by under-9 star Seren once she'd finished larking about.
Right, so here we are, viewers, and welcome to the third place playoff match. The Frimley Phoenix ladies are opening the batting, specifically with Helen Didcock and Lynn Dunford. And poor old Blackheath, after fielding out in the open for 20 overs, have to take to the field again. First delivery. Long loopy and it's hit. No run. It is not the case this time. Clattered away. Is there a run? There is a run, and the Phoenix are off the mark. And that was a great effort by the fielder, and eventually she did get the ball. Lynn Dunford, who earlier on hit the cleanest reverse sweep I have ever seen. That's not. Pull to square leg. And a run is taken. Lynn and Helen earlier in the eliminator match managed to put on 17 together. Oh. Well, I wouldn't call that a swing and a miss. Let's call it a waft. So this match, unfortunately, has had to be reduced. But at least it's happening. At least there is a third place playoff, and at least I get the opportunity to record the Phoenix ladies in all their glory. Oh, and a lovely little Yorker there. Well, no LBWs, and Lynn's standing her ground. Oh, and what a no ball that was. Proper beamer. As I was about to say behind me, I had young Seren, who is part of the under-9s. Oh, no. Great catch there by the bowler. I say, oh, no. Lynn, it was a good strike. That was clouted. Great bowling thus far from Blackheath. Lynn and Helen leave the field, having scored. Well, the score is at 203. We have Chloe and 13-year-old Lucy, who, as I said, plays for our under-11s. And believe it or not, she has played a friendly for the ladies' team before, but this is her first league match. And what a place to do it. First league match, and it's finals day. Oh, a swing and a miss by Lucy. Hit into the covers. Well, they nearly ran into each other, but thankfully didn't, and Lucy is off the mark. Over here. As there's a swipe by Chloe, that's not to square leg. Should I say pull to square leg? And a single is taken, which gets Lucy back on strike. So hello, Seren. How are you?
Good.
Have you enjoyed your day thus far?
Yes, I've been doing a lot of chatting to Lucy.
A lot of chatting to Lucy. Oh, slammed! All the way down the wicket and...
Just for the single.
Just for the single. Good positioning by mid-off, but that was a great strike by Lucy. Playing off for third spot. Oh, a swing and a miss. Oh, double bounce. But that's allowed in the women's game. Oh, nicked!
Might go for...
It's not going to go the whole way. It's going to hold up. But they are running the second. It's a lush outfield, and unless the ball has been struck with an immense amount of power, it's been hard to get the ball away, and that's bowled. Lovely delivery, took out leg stump, and 7 in particular, but then in there... Oh, wow, that came back in. Oh, lovely strike, and that's gone square. That's pulled all the way to square again. It hasn't quite gone over the boundary, but that's a huge throw.
They went for 2.
Great running once again. So 2 runs gained by Chloe there. Marvellous strike. Oh! Harsh put down that one. So unlucky. Had several goes at it. Was, for all money, I thought she had that, but no. Put down. Fine. Oh, and that, again, that was in the air and dropped just in front of the bowler. Lucy and Chloe, well played. They did immensely well in the opening match. And now that leaves Charlotte and Leah. They did a lot of running, these two, a vast amount of running, and unfortunately just lost wickets steadily. They actually put on a vast number of runs, but owing to the number of wickets they lost, which I believe was around about 5, in the end the total didn't increase by much, but if you removed those 5, they actually got the 35 that they needed off their 4 overs to match the score. So Charlotte on strike first. Swing and a miss. Can I get a yee-haw?
That was going to get caught. Great.
Charlotte up high, fielder underneath it, and it's a take. It's a take. Went to mid-off. I should actually remember that today I can pan. And I may have actually caught a catch there, if I'd been concentrating. These two and also our final two, Sarah and Hannah, need to pummel this ball to all corners of the field. And swing and a miss. You haven't taken to the field for a while, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. Slammed by Leah.
Oh. Just a single.
Fielder coming in to pick it up and a single taken. There is a pitter-patter coming down, but only light, and hopefully it stays that way.
Blue sky in the distance, so that's a good sign.
Precisely.
In the near distance.
Have you ever bowled a wide that wide, Sarah?
No, I haven't.
Yes.
No, I mean me, not Sarah.
All right.
Apparently Lucy has. Yeah.
Swing, it's up in the air. Drops just in front of the fielder. Very lucky there for Leah. Not getting over the top of the ball at the moment.
Tied under Sarah's hair. Lucy is taking an umbrella.
Pulled all the way to the boundary. Is it going to go?
And it's gone for 4.
No, it's held up.
No, it has gone.
Oh no, they've signalled. The umpire has signalled a 4. Marvellous. Charlotte would be very, very happy about that.
And Lucy here is hiding under my hair.
Clouted in the air once again. But it bounces in front of the fielders. This time there's a misfield and they're taking the second. And they get in. They would keep on going through this.
Probably true.
Oh, and it's gone through her legs and another wicket falls.
Oh, Phoenix really needs some uplifting here. Shot by Charlotte. They go for single. And they stay a single.
I don't need to do anything here, viewer. I've got it all covered. The two youngsters next to me, they're working like pros.
Oh,
Pulled by Leah, only as far as square leg, and a single's taken, but the ball's gone through.
no. Yep.
Charlotte not tempted. And that's gone through. Charlotte once again stepped away from the ball.
Either.
So the score moves down to 211. Blackheath have really bowled well. Like I've said before, as soon as Phoenix gets some momentum, a wicket falls. Clouted by Charlotte. Fielder's taking the delivery. They're thinking about a second, but...
They just go for the single.
And that is the end of that pair. So Charlotte and Leah leave. And here are the dynamic duo. Sarah and Hannah. They whacked a good few in the first match against Farncombe. Here's hoping they can do exactly the same here. Start by Hannah and a single taken, and immediately off the mark. Comments about it being slippy. I'm not surprised now that the weather and that wicket out there is like a road. Nice little nudge into the offside by Sarah. And again, another single taken. I'm sure he'll be fine. Oh, wow. And that was a proper full banger. One might almost say a beamer. So you think 230, 240?
Yeah.
Should be enough, considering that in Blackheath's match they had 20 overs and only made 238. I like the sound of 240. Oh, and a single taken. That ball has gone past the keeper again.
And there's more blue sky on the horizon.
Wouldn't that be marvellous? A full ball and an LBW shot was asked for, but I think the bowler forgot that it's not actually...
Hardwood. Well, at least it wasn't as bad as the when about 20 of the balls were being appealed. It was hardball, but and Ash was getting so extremely annoyed with the under 11.
As that ball is a proper dolly, and Sarah pulls that, and they're taking the second. There's a misfield. The terminology is never run on a misfield, but they judge that one particularly well.
Another wicket, it should be okay.
Another one, Sarah swipes that, and it's gone past the fielders again. It's gone through the gap, and it's gone all the way down to the boundary.
Phoenix needs some more of this.
You know what that one was? That was proper chip shot battered. Oh no! She stepped too far out and looking for the leg side.
Say that, I would have been surprised if she actually hit her wicket with her bat. Could have been either.
Well, it could have been. I wasn't actually certain whether it did or not. We'll have to look at that in a slow-mo and properly embarrass Sarah. Clouted by Hannah, and that's come down the ground. Again, bisecting the fielders. They can't decide who's taking it. Sarah's coming for a second.
And they make it this time.
They made it. Marvellous. Interrupted by a wasp. Wasp gate. Slammed by Hannah, but not far. Only to the bowler, and they're taking a quick single, and they've missed the stumps. They've made it. Oh, it's gone high in the air. Keeper underneath it. Oh, and dropped. Dropped, and another single taken. It is over, and that is it. So the Phoenix end on 229. And considering that's 12 overs, that's kind of par or aggregate with what Blackheath made in their first innings.
Blackheath's first innings, wasn't it 16 overs?
20. So here are the Phoenix ladies on their way to try and defend 229. Can they do it? We're keeping our fingers crossed. It's amazing that they're here, full stop. And we just hope they can finish this finals day with a bang. Chloe is opening the bowling for the Phoenix, and indeed, it is a long run-up.
Some wickets.
Well, that's been pulled down to square leg. Now, they will bowl the full set of 12, because, of course, in the final over, if they do manage to pass the total, a wicket may fall and they may lose 5 runs. So everything has to be bowled. Oh, wow. Blimey, that was quite a stretch. That's come all the way to leg. It's missed. Charlotte's missed it, but it's not going to go to the boundary. Leg side again. That ball's coming down to Lucy. She picks it up, throws it back in brilliantly. 8 runs taken off that over, and that's way more than Blackheath actually needed. And now Charlotte Dunford coming in to bowl the second over. That's smacked once again. That's gone to square leg, and Chloe's missed it, and that's gone over to the boundary. Right now, what the Phoenix need is some of the inspiration they had earlier. Some of that fantastic bowling and fielding they did in the game against Farncombe.
Lucy.
Indeed. Lucy Didcock, in she comes. Very promising young 12-year-old bowler. And that already has got speed. It double bounced, but that's allowed. Like Blackheath did, Phoenix could really do with getting another fielder in close, and that ball has gone straight past Charlotte and all the way to the boundary. And that's high in the air. Yeah, she's taken it. What a catch! Just what was needed. Great wicket by Lucy. And so that's well batted, this Blackheath pair. That's given them quite an excellent start. They're at 219. Well, Leah coming on to bowl this next over. That has been knocked to square leg, where Sarah is now positioned. Picks up and throws the ball to the bowler's end, where Leah fields. Clouted, and it went straight back to Hannah. They're taking a single. Oh, unlucky. And Leah is yet again injuring herself and damaging herself a bit more. She, that time, lay down on top of the ball.
I prefer to call it a P-roller.
A P-roller? Because there's...
Rain starts.
The rain is coming down once again. So there's a P-roller, there's a daisy cutter as that ball is pulled to square leg once again. Sarah comes into field and throws it to the bowler's end. Yes, this rain is coming down a bit harder now. Yes, it's going to get very slippy out here now. It's one thing being in cricket spikes with, and the umpire's calling it, they're heading in. Marvellous! So yes, it's coming down a bit heavier now. And, well, we'll see if this game actually materialises and comes back on. For the moment, we'll sign off.
Well, unfortunately, the rain didn't abate, and it's uncertain how they'll progress, because after all, the final still needs to be played. Regardless, overall, it was a marvellous day, and I had the opportunity of catching up with some of the stars the very next day.
Come on, you Phoenix!
Come on, you Phoenix!
It was just nice to see everyone grouped together and work as a team and as a group.
Yesterday was really good. It was a really good setup. I think the anticipation of our first game was a lot of nerves, but also a real opportunity for us to kind of solidify the end of our season, where we'd started and where we'd got to.
We only wanted to win one game this year, and we did that, and it's gone so much better than we thought it would. So we never thought we'd even get into finals day.
And certainly I think we demonstrated that in the first half, before the halves, when we were fielding, and we controlled the game in a way that we've built on throughout the season.
I mean, we were missing 4 of our regular league players, so to do as well as we did, I'm really proud of us. Couldn't be happier.
And now at least everyone can book finals day off.
Yeah, as soon as we know when it is, we're all just going to book it off. We're not letting anyone go on holiday.
Yeah, the season's been good. There's been a lot of growth, I think, this year, and a lot of core team playing together week in, week out, which makes a huge difference.
Moment of the day, Lynn's reverse sweep that will never be filmed, but will be the story that everyone tells to their grandkids.
I don't know, I mean, Sarah's hitting her ball to the stumps does stick to mind.
So Lucy's caught and bowls was the best moment of the day. You mean stumped?
Yeah, probably hitting my own stumps with the ball was a highlight, but also a low point.
Chloe took a wicket, I think, as well. That was good.
But I think when we came on to bat in our first game, I think we set ourselves a target of around 20, and we hit that. I think we
did very well.
Yeah, continued the good work of the first 2 pairs, and set it up for our 4th pair to try and bring home the win.
Well, I'm going to follow it actually. That in the years to come, that won't just be reverse sweep. That'll be reverse sweep for 6. That bounced off someone's head.
It got what it deserved.
Thanks again for watching. See you next time.
Come on, the Phoenix.